Irving, swing. Watanabe, yes sir! Is it up?
Point shooters won.
Irving at the horn, he's got it! Kyrie!
White man, this is a philosophy. We don't read this in the Bible. Sunday worship is a philosophy. God loves everybody is a philosophy.
That's right.
That meaning it was taught by men. In slavery, we was getting whipped on our backs to put us in submission. They taught us that. When we read the Bible, that's not what the Bible says.
That's the picture that's in my church.
That's the picture of your church? But is that what God looks like according to the Bible? No, we gonna get it all.
You never thought this day would come. And no, it is not a dream. It's very real.
I'm in a unique position to have a level of influence on my community, and what I post does not mean that I support everything that's being said or everything that's being done or I'm campaigning for anything. All I do is post things for my people in my community and those that it's actually going to impact.
The next day.
If you don't fucking leave right now, I'm gonna make you leave.
I went on the Amazon Prime. I was like, you know what, let me see if there are any documentaries on Yahweh. Went in the search bar, typed in Yahweh, that came up. That was my night. I embrace all walks of life. You see it on all my platforms. I talk to all races, all cultures, all religions, and Africa is in it, whether you want to dismiss it or not. I don't live my way like that. I don't live my life that way. Excuse me, I grew up in a melting pot, and I say a melting pot of all races, white, black, red, yellow, Jewish, Christian, Muslim, and you can see the way I live my life now. They could push their agenda. I don't want to say they, because I'm not identifying any one group or race of people. Anybody else that has criticism, and obviously wasn't meant for them.
Hopefully I'm understanding what you said, and I want to make sure I get it right, because I don't want to misquote any part of it.
I don't expect understanding from a media conglomerate group that sincerely talks about the game of basketball, and then we bring up religion as if it's correlative at times when it's convenient for people to bring it up. So please just be direct with your question so we can move on from this and I could talk about the game and go home to my son, Elohim.
So then do you, I guess, understand or not understand those that might imply that that work had anti-Semitic leanings in it? I only ask this because the tweet is still up there, so
We're in 2022. It's on Amazon, a public platform. Whether you want to go watch it or not is up to you. There's things being posted every day. I am no different than the next human being, so don't treat me any different. The adultery of, oh, you cannot post that. Why not? Why not? I don't hear uproar on that. I'm not here to be divisive on what's going on this or that. I'm not comparing Jews to blacks. I'm not comparing white to black. I'm not doing that. That conversation is dismissive, and it constantly revolves around the rhetoric of who are the chosen people of God. And I'm not here to argue over a person or a culture or religion or what they believe. No, this is what is here. It's on a public platform. Did I do anything illegal? Did I hurt anybody? Did I harm anybody? Am I going out and saying that I hate one specific group of people? I respect what Joe said, but there has a lot to do with the not ego or pride of how proud I am to be an African heritage, but also to be living as a free black man here in America, knowing the historical complexities for me to get here. So I'm not gonna stand down on anything that I believe in. I'm only gonna get stronger because I'm not alone. I have a whole army around me.
And to follow up on the promotion of the movie and the book.
Can you please stop calling it a promotion? What am I promoting?
Put it out on your platform.
But I'm promoting it? Do you see me in front of the title?
By putting it out there, people are going to say that you are promoting.
Yeah, I put it out there just like you put things out there, right?
Yeah, but it's not.
You put things out there for a living, right?
Right, but my stuff is not
so let's move on.
Filled with anti-Semitic
Let's
stuff.
move on. Don't dehumanize me up here.
I'm not doing that.
Another
You're
human
free to
being.
post
I can post whatever I want, so say that and shut it down and move on to the next question.
But Kyrie, you have to understand that by
I don't have to understand anything from you.
It's not me.
Nothing.
It's
no people that you're making up, bro. Move on.
But by posting what you did.
Next question.
Anybody
do you guys have any more questions for me?
And they're going to say,
you guys have any more questions?
Because
this is going to be a clip. This is going to be a clip that he's going to marvel at. Is this any more questions?
But you're not answering the question.
Oh, this is another answering your question. Oh my God, let's make another Instagram clip so we could be famous again. Next question.
Kyrie basketball.
Later.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kyrie.
Thank you, Kyrie. Nice to see you guys here. You have to. Thanks, Kyrie.
Sometimes when you put stuff out, not everybody's gonna like it. Some people are conscious, some people are not. I could tell he's not conscious. He doesn't really care what's going on. But us, I know that the game that we used to love and we promote, it brings people together. Now we got to answer for what this idiot has done. I could say shalom, salam alaikum, ni hao, sebon, because that's how I was raised.
I think the NBA dropped the ball. I think he should have been suspended. I think Adam should have suspended him. First of all, Adam's Jewish. You can't take my $40 million and insult my religion. We ain't talking about basketball. We're talking about this idiot. When you're somebody as great as basketball like him, people gonna listen to you what you say. And there's some fringe people out there, but like I say, I blame the NBA. He should have been suspended.
So now he has transcended from basketball and became an activist politically.
You know what, and I think people have forgotten what it's like to put the thought process into, if I put this out, who am I gonna hurt? Where's civility these days? Where's empathy? And it's a worrisome road, and it's a dangerous road that we find ourselves on now.
Black people.
Yes. Kyrie Irving refuses to apologize. Mr. Adam Silver, what should we do?
Cancel him.
Adam Silver looking to meet in person with Kyrie Irving next week. Now, this comes in the wake of Irving's social media post about a book and movie that includes anti-Semitic material. Irving and the Nets yesterday releasing a joint statement pledging to each donate $500,000 to anti-hate causes. Kyrie Irving speaking moments ago.
Like I said, and the first time you guys asked me when I was sitting on that stage, I don't believe everything that everybody posts. It's a documentary. So
it seems like Adam Silver wanted to hear the word "I apologize," or in your mind, you said, "I didn't mean to cause any harm." Were you apologizing, or did you not apologize?
I didn't mean to cause any harm. I'm not the one that made the documentary.
Kyrie, are you surprised that you did hurt people?
Where were you when I was a kid, figuring out that 300 million of my ancestors are buried in America? Where were you guys asking those same questions when I was a kid learning about the traumatic events of my familial history? And what I'm proud to come from, and why I'm proud to stand here, and why when I repeat myself that I'm not going to stand down, it has nothing to do with dismissing any other race or group of people. I'm just proud of my heritage and what we've been through, and the fact that this has pinned me against the Jewish community, and I'm here answering questions of whether or not I'm sorry or not on something I didn't create, and it was something I shared. And I'm telling everybody I'm taking responsibility. You know, these same questions that you guys ask, me dealing with it as being a melanated, pigmented person all around the world and dealing with racial biases against my skin color, demeaning me because of my religious beliefs, and I'm still sitting in the seat standing. I take my full responsibility. Again, I'll repeat it, for posting something on my Instagram or Twitter that may have had some unfortunate falsehoods in it. But I also am a human being that's 30 years old, and I've been growing up in a country that's told me that I wasn't worth anything, and I came from a slave class, and I come from a people that are meant to be treated the way we get treated every day. I'm not here to compare anyone's atrocities or tragic events that their families have dealt with generations of time. I'm just here to continue to expose things that our world continues to put in darkness. I'm a light. I'm a beacon of light. That's what I'm here to do. You guys ask me questions about basketball, I give you my expert opinion. You guys ask me about other things, I give you my opinion, and it's met with whatever you believe the perception or the deception is. You guys investigate my life every day, and you justify it by serving your own purpose, which I honor. I would like the same respect in return, figuring out just like anyone else. So please keep that same energy when we're talking about anti-other things. It's unfortunate timing that we're in, but I'm glad that I could stand on the truth, because I'm not afraid of these mics, these cameras. I used to be, looking everyone in the eye and telling them the truth, and I'm proud of who I am. Any label that you put on me, I'm able to dismiss because I study. I know the Oxford Dictionary, you can look it up, right? Just one of the biggest mistakes I had in being a kid was not knowing European or Western language, until I started looking it up and understanding the definitions and why they say, if you want to trick a black person, put it in the book. I was wondering my whole life why they said that. Now I'm 30 years old and I know reading is a superpower because it helps me understand where I'm going and where I come from. Like a tree with roots. The Holocaust in itself is an event that means something to a large group of people that suffered something that could have been avoided. No one said we had to practice racism. No one said we had to treat each other like garbage. No one said that I had to stand here today and understand that many people that come from generations 60 years ago, 40 years ago, enslaved some of my ancestors still, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, and it's still going on. And you guys are asking me, respectfully, to speak on something that was a documentary that I had nothing to do with. I didn't make it. Just please keep that same energy when you guys are addressing me. I cannot be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from.
Kyrie, did you personally meet with the ADL?
I was informed that they wanted to have a meeting, and we handled it.
Why is Kyrie Irving still an employee of the Brooklyn Nets and still playing basketball?
Well, I think you have to ask the Brooklyn Nets that, not me, but I will tell you what he said today was really troubling, disappointing, and just downright wrong. When someone asks you whether or not you're anti-Semitic, the answer is, or should be, no. Period, full stop. That you don't support anti-Semitism, that you don't support anti-Jewish hate, just like you shouldn't support all forms of hate. The reality is I think what we talked about last night, what we agreed to with the Nets and with Kyrie, was a real step forward, Chuck. The notion of funding new anti-Semitism education to address the ignorance that's often behind anti-Jewish hate and creating, if you will, community conversations in Brooklyn and beyond to talk about Black-Jewish relations. That's where we need to go to create dialogue and healing so we move forward. But it starts with accountability. That's what was so disappointing about what he said today. And we need public figures, whether they're basketball players or hip-hop musicians or presidential candidates, to stop the hate once and for all.
Look, I want to go back to the Brooklyn Nets. Have you gotten an explanation of why they're letting him play? Brooklyn. I mean, it just seems all extra insulting. This is a long history of a Jewish community in New York City. I don't imagine the Utah Jazz would have kept a player who attacked the LDS church.
We want people to have empathy, and they're not going to have empathy for us if we're insulting other religious groups. If minorities don't work together and just pick on each other, call each other's name, make these stupid stereotypes, we're never gonna heal.
It has to start in the sports world. Sports and faith intersect in a very deep way, and that has brought so many people together, and I know it has the power to continue to do that as well.
Kyrie is getting in trouble, and Amazon's not?
Yeah.
Like, what? You want all this from him because he watched a video and he sent a link to it that you're selling.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild. Amazon considers disclaimer to anti-Semitic film.
Oh, good for them.
Nice.
Consider it.
Film is
no promises.
still for sale. They want him to give up $500,000. They want him to make a public apology. They want him to talk to different leaders.